In this video I will tell you my impressions about the Olympus Zoom DPS I binoculars after owning them for about 2 years. Be careful for the noise. They came in this carrying bag. It's very good. It doesn't tear easily. It protects decently enough, and it looks kind of nice. Okay, these are the binoculars with variable zoom from 8 to 16x and a 40mm lens in the front. This is the field of view. The bigger the better, but we will see later that this number is less important than the real field of view at 100 meters. Okay, taking off the protections. Pretty decent protections, they stay on pretty well, so you don't lose them easily. This is the focus adjustment, so you can focus on your image depending on the distance. You have here the adjustment for your eyes, because almost nobody has identical eyes, both left and right sync perfectly, so you can adjust this so you see good from both I don't know, assembly of lenses, or how you say. This is your zoom from 8 to 16, and you can adjust for the distance between your eyes like this. Of course, if you wear goggles, you can, it's kind of hard to do it. Let me try like this. You can put this back so your goggles don't, spectacles actually, don't hit it, and then put it back on and it will come to its shape, usually after you put this on, so there's no problem there. They have a very good feel to them. This is rubber. Maybe you can see the impressions left by my fingernail here. So yeah, great quality, no rattling or noises or stuff like that. And yeah, UV protection on them. And now let me just tell you a little bit about my experience with them. I wanted to buy Zoom binoculars, although most people do not recommend them, because I was thinking about the zoom from cameras, but there is something that I didn't realize. A camera, when you zoom and the image is really steady, and when you actually see something in a distance and you want to zoom on that, you like the result most of the times, but the image is really steady because most cameras these days have image stabilization, active image stabilization. That means that one of the lens or the sensor in some cases is actually moving in a magnetic field, so it cancels the shake of your hands. So the image is completely steady, or at least not really shaky. The problem with this is that at 16x this is pretty hard to hold steady with your hands if you are not leaning onto something or resting this onto something. At 8x it's easy to use, but at full zoom pretty hard. And the fact that it has a pretty small field of view does not help this at all, because you have to be very careful to keep track of what you are looking at. A little bit of movement and you've lost it. So you have to go fast back to 8x, find it again, then zoom again. So, and another problem, when you zoom you have to refocus. It does not keep focus. So it's yeah, it's pretty hard to use them sometimes. But weirdly enough, if I would have to buy binoculars again, most likely I would buy this, because the zoom, although it has its disadvantages, really comes in handy most of the times. I really use the zoom, so yeah, maybe a fixed zoom of 12x would be great in both cases, but not having used that of this model, I cannot tell you for sure. So I stick with this because I know how they work, and I can adjust to them easily. So yeah, let me try and explain you a little bit more of the differences between zoom and fixed binoculars. Let me take the tablet. Okay, I hope you can see it. Probably my hand will shake a little bit, so sorry for that. You can see this is the binoculars I have and we are looking at. This is a fixed 8x with the same diameter lens in the entering part of the light of the image. Sorry, I don't know all the correct terms for binoculars. I'm not a specialist on this matter. I just did a little bit of research when buying them, and after that trying to understand why there is so much handshake sometimes. So yeah, this is the most important thing of all. Actual actual field of view, not that important, because these numbers probably don't tell you nothing, these degrees. Field of view at 100 meters. That is the most important thing. You can see, moving the camera. You can see my binoculars have between 8.7 and 5.9 meters. So actually, if I'm looking at something at 100 meters distance, if they are probably at 8x, if they are more than 8.7 meters apart, I can see both of those things at the same time. I have to go to check one of them out, then move to the other. If I would have bought the 8x 40mm DPS I fixed binoculars, I would have 14.3 meters at 100 meters. That means almost double the distance. So you can actually see more. You can think about this like I would cover part of this tablet. Sorry, I don't have the second hand. I will pull it away so you understand maybe. Just to have, I don't know, something about like this of image, the white part, or to have everything. This is about the difference from 14 to 8.7. So it's clearly better like this. Now you might be thinking, I also thought about buying these because they are smaller, easier to carry away with you, but they have a smaller input lens, and that translates to uh, even worse values at 100 meters, so even narrower field of view, and even less brightness. Where is the brightness? Relative brightness. You can see way lower than this. Here I think it's a mistake. It is not variable because they are fixed, so it's most likely only 25. You can remove the 6.3. So this brightness means that you can watch things with the binoculars even late, not at night, in the evening, late in the evening, or early in the morning when there is not too much light. If this number is really small, in those conditions you almost can't watch because you get a really dark image. It's like lowering, making the aperture on your camera smaller. Actually the number would increase, but the diaphragm would go smaller and you get less light. It's about the same thing. So you want binoculars with bigger lens on the input, but those usually are bigger, cost more, are heavier. So yeah, I went for this. So let me show you something else. If we go even higher, because some might think 10 to 30x is great. Well, actually no. If you see the field of view, it's extremely small. The relative brightness is extremely small, and at this magnification without a tripod you will see nothing. It's impossible to see anything. There are more values here that you can take into account, but in my opinion these are the most important for an unexperienced person and easier to check out. So yeah, if you want more information about this, here is the link. I hope you can see it. This we don't need anymore. Close. I will put it in the description of this video also, and here it explains most of the things that you have to know about binoculars, so you can make a good decision when buying them. I will go to the end, but most likely you will have to check the link, but just in case anybody wants to read it from here, you can pause the video. Of course, I'm only comparing pretty similar binoculars from the same manufacturer. You would have to take in account many other things, type of lenses, lenses coating. The more coating the better in most cases, but I want to go into that. We have here another variant, fixed 12x. This again has a pretty small brightness, so in my opinion this isn't a good replacement for this one. So yeah, this is about it. If you want, you can check out my video that I made before, and I will link it in the description, where I show you how you can actually use these binoculars and the mobile phone to, like this, to take pictures and video through a binoculars, because I had some discussion with a friend and he was curious if he can do that, and yeah, I I will showed you in that video how you can do it. So yeah, you can also see the quality of this in that video, but keep in mind that a mobile phone is recording that image, and it has to compensate to a lot of things. It's not made to record through this, so the quality that you see with your eyes is better than that, and you see the image clearer than that, but at least you can make an impression about what goes on there. So yeah, I would recommend these binoculars. I'm happy that I bought them. I will continue to use them. I will not replace them, but yeah, you really have to think about what you will do with them and what you want from them. So thanks for watching. Like if you liked it, dislike if not, subscribe, and see you again in other videos. Bye.